It's time we talk about how Timothée Chalamet can become the villain of Aquaman 3 for Jason Momoa DC trilogy ending. Plus, Aquaman 3 teased by director, the Lost Kingdom ending sets up third DCEU movie, so why not let you know what we know about this upcoming movie? Continuing on, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom director James Wan has hinted at the potential for Aquaman 3, suggesting that Jason Momoa's journey as the iconic hero is far from over. At a recent screening event for the film's trailer, Wan disclosed that the ending of The Lost Kingdom sets the stage for a continuation of Aquaman's story. He emphasized that Momoa's Aquaman has more avenues to explore, teasing a direction that promises significant developments for the character's future. Wan's remarks to Screen Rant underscored his confidence in expanding upon Aquaman's narrative arc beyond The Lost Kingdom. He acknowledged that the film's conclusion not only concludes its own storyline, but also plants seeds for what lies ahead. Here's what he had to say. The Jason Momoa story as Aquaman definitely has more places to go. Where we go at the end of this movie, it does tee up something bigger, or not bigger, but it does tee up a direction for that story, and I don't want to speak to that just because it's the end of the movie. Furthermore, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Wan articulated his vision for Aquaman 3, emphasizing the importance of character growth. He highlighted how Arthur Curry's journey from a wandering hero to someone with a clearer purpose in The Lost Kingdom lays a strong foundation for future storytelling. Here's how Wan expressed it. What I like between this one and the first one is that you really do see the growth of Arthur. He starts off as this kind of wanderer, and in the end, he finally has more of a direction for what he wants to do with his life. If and when there is a third one, that's what it should be. It should be growing these characters, because I think we've set up certain things in a good place in the second movie that you can definitely draw upon in the third. I don't have any stories, but growing the characters is the biggest thing that I think the next Aquaman movie should be about. With these insights, fans can anticipate that Aquaman 3 will build upon the rich character development and thematic threads established in The Lost Kingdom, potentially offering new challenges and adventures for Arthur Curry, Mera, Orm, and the entire aquatic realm of Atlantis. Connecting the threads of Aquaman 3's potential storyline, it's clear that the film could explore deep and dramatic territory for Arthur Curry. With Aquaman wielding his trident and Black Manta poised for revenge in The Lost Kingdom, the stage is set for a compelling narrative trajectory. The looming threat of Black Manta targeting Arthur's family, as hinted in the movie's trailer, suggests a pivotal comic book moment that could unfold. Black Manta killing Aquaman's son, mirroring events from the comics. Such a profound tragedy would align with director James Wan's vision of expanding Arthur's character through significant challenges and growth. Wan's statement about The Lost Kingdom setting up something bigger for a sequel resonates strongly with the potential narrative impact of such a loss. It would force Arthur to confront immense grief and navigate a darker path, offering a compelling arc for his character's development. Moreover, as The Lost Kingdom marks the conclusion of the DCEU, Aquaman 3 would likely transition under the umbrella of the new DC Universe or DC's Elseworlds label. This shift could allow the film to explore Arthur Curry's role in this evolving cinematic universe, potentially clarifying any differences between the DCEU and DCU interpretations of Aquaman. James Gunn's previous hints about Momoa's continued involvement in the DCU suggest that Aquaman 3 could serve to breathe fresh life into the franchise while exploring new narrative directions. As rumors swirl about the potential involvement of Timothée Chalamet in Aquaman 3, possibly as a younger version of the Dead King, speculation is rife about the narrative direction and thematic elements that could shape the trilogy's concluding chapter. Chalamet, known for his nuanced performances and youthful charisma, could bring a fresh dynamic to the franchise, especially if cast as a formidable antagonist like the Dead King. The idea of introducing the Dead King, whose powers are intricately tied to a trident, aligns seamlessly with the thematic through-line established in the first two Aquaman films. Jason Momoa's Arthur Curry has wielded his trident against formidable foes, and the introduction of the Dead King as a villain who shares this symbolic weapon would provide a cohesive narrative thread across the trilogy. This narrative symmetry not only reinforces the thematic importance of the trident, but also adds depth to the mythology surrounding Atlantis and its ancient conflicts. Moreover, merging the Dead King's storyline with the Sub-Diego narrative arc could amplify the stakes and scale of Aquaman 3. Imagine the film opening with a cataclysmic event, an earthquake that causes the city of Sub-Diego to sink into the sea. Initially perceived as a natural disaster, it is later revealed to be orchestrated by the Dead King, showcasing his immense power and establishing him as a formidable antagonist from the outset. This would set the stage for epic CGI-driven sequences that capture the grandeur and peril of Atlantis, as Arthur Curry and his allies race against time to confront this ancient threat. From a storytelling perspective, introducing the Dead King allows Aquaman 3 to delve deeper into Atlantis' history and mythology. The character's motivations, rooted in ancient grievances and desires for power, could serve as a compelling contrast to Arthur Curry's quest for unity and peace within Atlantis and the broader DC universe. The clash between these ideologies, the Dead King's thirst for dominance versus Arthur's commitment to protecting his people, could drive the emotional core of the film, exploring themes of legacy, redemption, and the consequences of wielding great power. Furthermore, Timothée Chalamet's casting as the Dead King could inject youthful energy into the role, portraying a character who is not only menacing but also complex and multidimensional. Despite being cautioned by Leonardo DiCaprio against superhero flicks early in his career, Chalamet remains open to compelling projects like The Dark Knight, citing top-notch direction and scripts as key factors. With the DCEU poised for new directions under Gunn's guidance, there's speculation about whether Chalamet might eventually join the superhero ranks, perhaps not as Aquaman's nemesis, but in another iconic role that could shape his Hollywood journey. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. What do you think about the possibility of Timothée Chalamet joining the DCU? Would you prefer to see him as Aquaman's villain or as Nightwing? Let us know in the comments.